show called Heroic Age. 12 of you, right? The rest of you, get out there and get a hold of it. It's also on Blu-ray and it's fabulous. I play Princess Dianela on this really cool show called Heroic Age, and she is like, of all the characters I've played, I would like to be like her. Like, if she were a real person, that's the kind of person I would want to be. Yeah, she's rad. Who else? Miria and Bacano. Miria and Bacano is up there. Phoebe's up there. I think I've said more than 5. Oh, there's a really awesome show coming out very soon. I think at the end of this month. It's called Fractal. Has anyone heard of Fractal before? Did anyone watch the simulcast? It's short. It's just 13 or 12 episodes or something. But I play Frin in Fractal, oh my gosh. It was such a wonderful, incredible, awesome experience. There aren't enough words to describe how fabulous working on this show was, and you all need to please promise me you will go buy it and see it. Please, please, please. Make Funimation proud. It's beautiful to look at. It's a fabulous story. Please see it. But Frin, I love her. So Frin, Winry, Haruhi, Yakumo, Miria, Dianela, all these women. I love them. Yes, ma'am, in the green.
You play Haruhi, who's very serious and has kind of a low voice, to Miria, who's very bubbly and has kind of a high voice. How do you find yourself just like distinguishing your voices for these kinds of characters?
Yeah, just a second.
Copy.
It's really good. How do I distinguish from one to another? Well, thankfully they are very different, so that helps. Haruhi's voice is closer to my natural speaking voice. Not what you're hearing right now, but it's easier for me to drop down and be lower like Haruhi than it is to just stay up there high and crazy like Miria. In fact, that's the note that I got the most often from Tyler when working on Bacano is higher, do it higher, do it higher. And I started to think, maybe I can't go that high anymore. Like, am I getting older? My voice just won't do that like it used to. So Miria was kind of a stretch. Not the energy or the insanity, like that comes easily. So, you know, also what's really cool about this job is you don't have to look very far to find inspiration for your voice, because it's already been animated for you. So you know, you can see what they're doing and what their face looks like. It makes it a lot easier to figure out what their emotion is, because they're showing it to you. You just have to find the right voice for it. So Haruhi always has that deadpan face. It makes it really easy to drop your voice down like this and just talk like that, because this is what you should sound like. You know? Listen, senpai, I don't really care whether you think of music. And then you just look at Miria and you go, incredible! That's just her. Isaac, I have a question. What is it, Miria, my dear? So yeah, that's it. Who hasn't asked one yet? Right there with the wristband. That's your wrist, yes.
Complicated being a voice actress, and do you have any tips for any beginner voice actors?
Complicated, how so?
Like, hard to start.
Oh, I think any job is hard when you're starting out, and especially any type of entertainment-based job where there's a lot of competition. Someone told me, and I can't remember who this was, another voice actor who would know, that voice acting and voice-over, we'll just call it all voice-over, so not just anime voice acting or even cartoon, but all of it, okay? Commercials, promos, all of that stuff, plus cartoons, is like the second most competitive job in the world after runway modeling. Yeah, seriously, I mean, we figure everyone's a runway model, but really there aren't that many. Honestly. So it's super competitive, and after that comes voice acting or voiceover, and then you're going to narrow it down even further to something that's just a little niche, a little pocket of the industry called anime dubbing. You know? And the more popular it becomes, I mean, look around at all of you, the more people want to do it, and that makes sense, I get it. So I think that if you're interested in it, you have to take it seriously and understand that it's an industry, that it's a business, and that it's a job. And yeah, it's fun, and it's totally great, and we all love it, but it's not the perfect job. I mean, it's not like the kind of job where you go and you know, I'm absolutely going to have work from now until the end of whenever, and I know that my bills are going to get paid doing this, because you don't, you know? Like, you can get a really big part, like Winry, that's a big part. You'd call it probably a lead role or a supporting lead role. And yes, I've played Winry for the last 7 or 8 years, but that doesn't mean that every day of the week I'm in recording Winry, and at the end of every week I have a paycheck to show for it, you know? Like, she's this presence throughout Full Metal. But even in, I think, the first series of the 51 or 52 episodes, she's in less than half. Did you know that? Yeah, she's in less than half of them. So it's hard. So be prepared to do whatever you have to also make a true living. Not that you can't make a living being a voiceover artist or just being an actor, because you can. Plenty of people do it. But get the training. Take it seriously. Like I mentioned before, it is about acting. If you don't know how to act, don't bother trying to be a voice actor, okay? It's just not worth that. But study. I'm not saying you have to go get a degree in theater or in acting. You can. If you're in college, you could just take like the Acting 1 class, and most universities, you don't have to be a major to audition to be in any of the plays. Get experience being directed by people, wherever that is. If your church puts on skits, do that. That's great. Go audition for community theater. That's cool. Do whatever you can to get the experience of being directed. Start recording yourself at home using just, whatever, a USB mic and your computer to get used to what your voice sounds like when it's recorded, because it's different from how it sounds in your head. And you have to learn how to listen to yourself objectively. You may be like, oh, I hate the sound of my voice, I hate this. You don't have time to hate yourself as an actor, because you're going to get rejected enough by other people. So that's part of the territory. So start just learning to appreciate the skills that you have and go from there and build on them. Even if you don't sing, take singing lessons, because you'll learn how to control your breath, which is really important. You'll learn how to use your voice, because it's your tool, it's your instrument, and how to take care of it. There's lots, I could give lots and lots of advice, but just take any kind of class you can whenever you have the free time. Take an improv comedy class. It's totally fun, and you'll learn a lot about how to make decisions quickly and trust them and go with it. Read out loud from the newspaper every day, or before you go to bed at night, to learn how to read, like I said before, to learn how to intuitively know when a sentence is going to end and which parts are important. Like, there are all kinds of little things you can do without paying a cent. So, and then when the time comes, you have to go find representation, and you can't just call up Funimation and be like, can I audition? They'll put you on a list, and maybe in a year or two you'll get called in. And also, maybe it's not the kind of show that you want to be a part of for whatever reason. Maybe it's, oh, I don't want to be in shows where girls are falling out of their shirts. So it happens, but that's your shot. That's your time to come in and audition. Like, it's now or never, and you don't have the opportunity to be picky, right? So having an agent will help you, because they will find the auditions for you. Your job is to book the work, but then their job is to bring it to you. That makes sense? So learn about it. Like I said, it's a business. It's not just a hobby. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not an idealist. I'm more of a realist. So I'm just telling it like it is. In the back, Yasha.
Voicing Winry from the first series to Brotherhood, was the experience different?
Not at all. Not at all. It's amazing. She's the same. It's cool because I got to have experiences that were different. Things that happened to her in Brotherhood that didn't happen in the original series. And so that part of it was definitely cool, but it wasn't like there's some big fundamental thing that makes Winry's voice different or makes her character different.
I mean, you're getting back, it's like bringing the band back together since you're big and everybody else is
Bringing the band back together. Come on over to the garage. No, it was, me and